Ooh. Come on, dog. Boat. Hi. Well, guys, we're back. It was nice to take a little break from the Delta, but it really does feel good to be back. We're looking right now at a pretty good sized tide right now, and it's going to be going out here shortly, which is my favorite kind of tide for in the morning, especially in this section of the Delta. I'm not going to tell exactly where I'm at, but what I can tell you is if I go that way, I go catch smallmouth. If this area does look familiar to you guys, about a year ago I was out here and I lost about 25 to 30 pounds in about 30 minutes, maybe 20 minutes. So it's kind of depressing. A lot of big ones. I missed like 2 fish that were like close to 8 pounds. Like I said, could be starting with top water for a good part of the day. But on a low tide, this could be really good punch area as well. On that same video where I lost those big fish, I'll have a link in the description if you guys actually want to see that video. I was able to come back through. I think I caught like 2 5-pounders almost back to back, I want to say, but I'm not. And if you guys are curious about what frog rod I'm using, I am using a 7-Eleven heavy Lew's Super Duty speed stick. If you've seen my frog videos before, this is my go-to frog rod of the year. An absolute beast and a bang for your buck, in my opinion. That being said, guys, link in the description will be my sponsors. What's so great about my sponsors is that they help me, but more importantly, they help you guys out. So if you're interested in getting some rods and reels, link in the description for Lew's. If you're looking for some soft plastic hard baits or something you want to get into the try and you want to use the code FRAY to help out, get you started with something, link in the description will be for Strike King. I throw a lot of their baits on the Delta. Today I'm flipping the Rage Lobster in my go-to color. I only really throw 2 colors on the Delta, and that is Falcon Lake Craw and Crawdad. And also down there, a company you guys may not have heard of, but they make a lot of great products and they're made here in the United States, and that is Ego Fishing. I got one of their ice chests today, super high quality and for a reasonable price. And they also make other accessories for your boats. I like their pliers. Their pliers are super duper affordable, so you can't ask for much more than that. I can literally see him waking. Oh my God, as soon as it hit the water, I think it came off. No, I still got him. As soon as it hit the water, you sharked it. It's not a bad fish. First one of the day. Fatty. Come on, big fish cast. I know that grass comes out too. That was weird. It's like the fish went to blow up at it and just completely missed. All right. That was weird. And then came back for it. That's really weird. I'm on the Delta. Oh, he came off. Oh no, I still got him. Oh, get out. Ooh. That's a bigger one, a little bit. You guys can see what I'm punching. Nothing too special. These vines are all over the Delta. But the big thing is if you look behind me, there's a pump. And that's a pretty big pump. It's got 4 culverts. And it's pushing out a lot of water right now. So this super clear water is now super duper dirty. I'm thinking it has these fish stirred up. I just had one, wasn't very big. It has these fish stirred up and they're eating crawdads right now. See if that fish will come back. He wasn't very big. But these fish are eating it really weird. Really weird. They're either hitting it right away on the these fish aren't all that big, but I don't do a lot of punching. So this is real fun to me. Not very big, but fun. And again, the setup that I'm throwing right now is a 7.6 heavy Lew's custom speed stick paired up with 65-pound P-line braid, 1.25 ounces to a Strike King punch bug in the crawdad color. That seems to be doing the trick. It really does. I'm kind of hoping, with these fish actively feeding and they're on this punch bite, this early morning punch bite, that you would think you should be able to come through here, at least get some, some better quality fish, like some 3s, 4s, 5s, possibly, maybe one real big one. But it just seems not to be the case. These, these small fish are really active right now. With me getting punch fish and not frog fish, like how it is now that, of course, with them feeding on this full moon and the shad spawn and whatnot, this is kind of giving me an idea about what might be going on right now. It's giving me an idea right now that these fish ate throughout the night on this full moon. And now they're all fat and full and lazy. They're just burying themselves up in the structure. And you're basically having to get in the proximity or you're dropping it on their head. Like that. Harper, give it a kiss. Oh boy, like I said before. Okay, well, they're in here. They're just the same size. Small, and small. Not all that hot, to be honest with you. Hey guys, here's another tip for you guys when you're punching vines. It works on hyacinth too, and sometimes wood. It seems to work a little bit better on the vines. Is when you're punching and you're doing your strokes, which is going up and down, you're gonna feel your weight is gonna come up, your bait too is gonna come up, and you're gonna be hitting these vines. Yeah. Here's another helpful tip for you guys to kind of optimize the possibility of getting some extra bites when punching the vines, and sometimes hyacinth, but it tends to work a lot more on the vines. It is real simple. Anyone could do it. So when you start, lifting your rod up, letting it fall, you're gonna come up, you're gonna hit those vines. Sometimes you're gonna go through single vines, double vines, triple vines, and then just vines that are absolutely clustered and tied up like a knot. For example, like on this cast, I'm feeling my bait go down. It's going clunk, 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 clunk. That's putting off a lot of vibration. It's putting off a lot of noise as well. You want that. You want that clunk, 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 clunk noise, or you want that feeling. Because that right there, if there's, let's say there's not a fish in that 5-foot diameter, there's a fish 10 feet over here, or vice versa, they're gonna travel to that sound or that vibration that they're picking up, and they're gonna go investigate what's going on. And a lot of my big ones that I actually catch out of the vines, that I actually manage to get them through, is from hitting the vines and just making as much noise as possible. Because on the Delta, these fish see a lot of punch setups, but maybe they don't see a lot of loud punch setups, whether it be with rattles or that excess noise of it just clunking through the vines. Another helpful tip. That right there was letting it come up and bounce and hit those vines a number of times. And of course, it's not a big one. That's almost embarrassing. All right. Definitely a lot bigger than the last one. This fish could eat the last one I just caught. That one ate it when I was letting it sit. Oh, that was a little bit better one too. And what blows me away is that fish was just barely underneath that mat too. Barely underneath that mat. My bait fell through and he started hitting it. Got him again. But yet I throw the frog over there and he doesn't eat the frog.